It's 2023 and we're living in the goddamn future. We may not have cracked flying cars yet, but we somehow managed to teach computers to think using graphic cards. We're like, what, 6 months away from being able to will Netflix shows into existence? And in the midst of all of this, what has Nintendo been up to?
First, of course, is Mario, who will be played by Chris Pratt. He's so cool.
Seriously, we got the Switch with Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild in 2017, Smash in 2018, and Mario Maker in 2019. Jesus, that makes me feel old. Other than the occasional Pokemon game, what the fuck have they been up to since then? I, for one, am getting a little tired of just replaying Odyssey over and over, so I was thinking maybe it's time to take matters into my own hands and make my own game. One that never runs out of content. And maybe, you know, show up at their offices to show them how much better I am at their job. So how am I going to do it? Well, at first, I thought about using a system like the one games like Jetpack Joyride use, where they just have a bunch of areas, shuffle between them, and place enemies at random. But you know what? That's the solution that a Nintendo engineer would use. We have to think bigger. So instead, let's go with procedural generation, which is just big words for have the computer do all the work. Now, it doesn't really get us anywhere closer to our goal, but it does sound nicer. And while we're on the topic of words that mean nothing nowadays, what about AI? You see, while everyone seems to have gotten stuck into the chat part of ChatGPT, I've been looking into the GPT part, which apparently stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And the really cool, hey, wake up. I know we all have the attention span of a mosquito these days, so instead of blabbering through the explanation, I'm going to explain it to them, and then if it gets too boring, they get to throw stuff at me. So, GPT. The generative part is kind of redundant and just means that the model generates text. And the pre-trained part means that the nice folks have OpenAI already generated the thing for us. The transformers part, though, is really interesting. So that's the architecture, that's the magic that allows computers to connect the dots between words and figure out which one comes after. Doing this with language, though, is very complex, since there's thousands of characters combined into... This can get very hard if you want to train on, say, the English language, since there's lots of characters that turn into lots of words, and also those words can have different meaning depending on context. However, teaching the computer to recognize the relationship between the symbols and be able to continue that pattern sounds exactly like what we need. Here's the plan. First, we need a way to represent the levels as text. We can make our lives a lot easier if we use the first Super Mario game as a base. Since the lower resolution, let us closely match one-to-one every block with a character representing that block. Next, we'll take every single level in the game, convert it to text, and feed it into the AI to train it. Internally, the AI will crunch up the numbers and generate a table that answers the question, given all of the characters that I've seen before, which one is more likely to come up next. After the training is done, we should be able to give it a starting character and watch it endlessly generate the rest of the characters that form a level. Hopefully. Let's get to building. When looking for inspiration, I found this paper by some researchers at the University of Copenhagen, using large language models to generate finite Mario levels. It worked great as a base, but ran very slowly on my Mac. Now, I could have spent some hours trying to figure out why it runs so slowly, but I'm not a machine learning engineer. So instead, I updated the code so it would run in a big machine with a lot of GPUs. And that kind of solved the speed problem. And to make things even faster, I implemented token streaming, the same technology that makes ChatGPT look like it's typing. Now, instead of waiting for the entire level to generate, we can start playing as soon as the first bits have loaded. After all that, I didn't really have it in me to update the client, the thing that actually lets you play the game, to use this new model, so I reached out to a friend for help. After a few days, he finished hooking everything up, and I just built the game for the first time, and we're going to try it together. I'm just going to run it should start generating the levels, and in like 5-6 seconds, as soon as it has 20 columns, it should show it up there. There it is. And so now, we just have to play it. If we go fast enough, we should see the level generating as it goes. So it's basically endless because it's generating a new part of the level every second or so, and it just goes on and on and on. Now, obviously, if you're very fast, you can still get to the exit, but even then, the next time that you run the game, you will be faced with a completely different level. So it's still, in a way, unlimited Mario forever. I think this is exactly what Nintendo needs, so I thought, let's go show them. Let's see, where's the nearest office? Well, I guess we're going to Tokyo. Dan,
Yes?
do you want to play?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Here you
I'm great at this game.
go.
Generated through 12? 18? Nani? Miguel! Miguel, what the fuck? Wow!
Okay, we're doing that again. It does that sometimes, you know. So we're here now, Japan. I have Dan here. He's going to play. No more instructions needed. There you go.
Okay.
Play.
Wow, I've never played this game before.
It's generating,
Oh, this
and there
looks
you go.
good. Oh. Oh.
Go, don't go. There you go.
Oh.
That works. You know what? I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're going back to Europe now. And we're back. So as you can probably tell by my hair and the room, it took me a while to edit this video. And in the meantime, Nintendo came out with like 3 new Mario games, which is great. But if you still want to play the unlimited Mario game, look at the code, whatever, I will leave a link to everything on the description, including instructions on how to run it, so you can have fun with that. If you like this video, make sure to let YouTube know so it can show it to other people. And if you like the kind of stuff that I'm doing here and want to see more, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. I'm looking for ideas on what other cool things to build next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!